is Tracy Wan, and today we are going to cook curry chicken using a paste. No doubt it's not the best method in the sense that there's a bit of a shortcut, but I'm sure all of you will find useful as everybody is short of time nowadays. So I will begin by cutting the chicken drumstick, by making slits on the drumstick so that it's easier to cook and the gravy will permeate into the chicken drumsticks better. So I will begin with the chicken. So you make slits in the drumstick so that the curry gravy will soak into the chicken as you cook. So about 3 slits per drumstick. So you turn this over and do the same on the other side. You can leave the skin on as it's not too fat, but if it's very fat you can remove the fat. So I'm going to use about 7 drumsticks. So the chicken is done. It's all ready to cook. Earlier on I have cut the onions. So you take 1 big Bombay onion and remove the skin and cut into smaller pieces. Just give a sort of a simple demonstration. You can sort of make it smaller so that you can fry it with oil later. So the onion is done. And the last thing I'm going to do before we cook is to peel the potato using the peeler and then cut it into cubes or blocks. Fairly big blocks because we do not want the potato to be too small because it will dissolve as the cooking goes along. So this is a very big potato. I will show you roughly what's the size that we want for the potato blocks. You can get smaller potatoes and then maybe you use about 4 potatoes, but with the big one I think maximum 2 will be enough as they are very big.
So what kind of portion are we cooking for?
We are cooking for about 4 people, 3 to 4 people. Right. So now I'm going to wash the potato first. And I'm going to cut it into blocks, something like that. So the size would be like this. Right?
Yeah, can you show me in the camera? Just a bit more detail.
Yes. Okay, this is the portion and the size. So I'm going to put it on a plate. Okay, I will repeat the procedure. Size like that will be okay. Alright, so this is the cut potato.
Make sure it's the same size so they cook.
Yes, right? That is the best. Yeah, uniform sizes so that the cooking is even. Alright, so the potato is done. So next, we are going to use coconut milk.
Wait, done? Yeah.
Yeah, coconut milk, probably about half a tin. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah. So now I am going to start cooking. And we will turn on the fire. Take a while to heat up.
Yeah.
So, we will heat up the frying pan and we will put in about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. can use corn oil or olive oil or even soybean oil. You don't have to put a lot because the curry paste also has some oil, but there must be sufficient oil to fry the onions. So you have to wait until the frying pan is hot before you add in the onions.
So how do we know if it's the right hotness temperature?
You have to estimate. As long as you see that the oil is like bubbling, sizzling, but better don't touch it. Approximately takes about 4 or 5 minutes to heat up. If you're not sure, you can just put in 1 piece of onion to test before you put in all the rest. So we will wait a few minutes.
Yeah.
So more or less you can see the oil is starting to bubble, but there is a bit of water. So we need to let the water evaporate first before we proceed. So meanwhile, I'll just show you the curry paste. So this is how it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the brand?
The brand.
Okay, like I don't have this one.
Oh, yeah. This is the brand. Is Mass Food. Actually, it's from Malaysia.
Right.
And they are quite famous for curry chicken. So now you can hear the oil. It is bubbling. So I'm going to add in the big onions now. And once you add in, you have to stir the pan or stir the onions so that they don't stick to the pan. So you stir fry until the onions are soft, which will take about 4 to 5 minutes. It takes a while because it takes some time for the big onions to soften. This is a standard procedure. You always heat up the oil and then add in your onions or your curry paste.
So how do we know that the onions are done?
You can see that they will soften at the moment. It's not soft enough. You can see that it's still hard. When it's soft, you will see later it sort of becomes limp and very flaccid. It's almost ready. You can see by appearance that it will not be hard anymore. So meanwhile, I cut the curry paste. We're going to add in soon.
Yeah.
As you can see, a bit of it is turning brown, the onion. So it's almost ready. You can see that now it appears softer. So it's almost ready. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to add in all the curry paste. This is actually the amount for about 1 chicken. So after you have added it, you stir again. You can see there's oil in the curry paste. So we don't really need to put in a lot of oil when we do cooking. So you can see it's cooking nicely. The big onions make the curry very sweet. Because it gives a very nice flavor to the curry. So now the curry paste is quite well fried. I'm going to add in the chicken drumstick. And once I've added in the chicken drumsticks, I need to fry so that the curry paste covers all the drumsticks. So you have to fry about 5 minutes in order to coat the chicken with the paste, the curry paste and the onions. And as you can see, it's frying, and also the paste is coating the chicken. The smell is very nice, but you have to sort of go nearer and you can see. So you fry for about 5 minutes until it's fairly dry, but you have to keep turning because if not it will stick to the pan. The chicken will stick to the frying pan.
This on a high heat?
Yes, this is on high heat, the maximum heat. So you can see now the chicken drumstick is quite nicely coated. Can fry for about 3-4 minutes more. And you can see it's coming up very well. It's nicely coated. And next we are going to add in some water. I'm going to add in the water, about half a big bowl. So how much water to add? For a start, just add until the water covers all the chicken. But you can always adjust the amount of water as it comes.
So how do you know that the chicken is done? When do you add water?
Well, I mean approximately it's about, you need about half an hour. For the chicken to be done, yeah, you need
As
to...
in, like, no, you fried the chicken.
Ah.
But then
okay.
how do you know
you estimate when... Okay, the timing for chicken is... when the chicken is evenly coated with the chicken paste.
Right.
Yeah. And it takes... The timing is about 5 minutes.
Right.
Right? As long as you stir fry until all the paste covers the chicken that is fine. And then now I'm going to add about 1/3 the tin of coconut milk. It's better to add less first because if you add too much, you sort of cannot take it out. But you can always add more as required. So as the chicken is boiling, I may have to taste, I may have to add a bit of salt because I'm not sure how salty the paste is. Yeah, it's quite salty. It's quite hot, so I may have to add a bit more coconut milk over. So now that it's bubbling along, you can add in the potatoes. The potatoes will also take quite a bit of time to cook. So we have added in the potatoes and then you sort of mix it. I think I need to add in more coconut milk because it's quite spicy. I tasted it. Because it's meant for quite a big pot of curry. So we're going to add in more coconut milk. Some of the coconut milk you can add at the end because coconut milk can be eaten raw, uncooked. So normally what you do is you add in half the amount first. And okay. So now what is happening is I have added in half a tin of coconut milk and the chicken is boiling together with the potatoes. So towards the end, if you want the curry to have more coconut milk, you can add another about 1/4 tin, okay, as desired, or you can even add the remainder depending on how much coconut milk you want in your curry. So what you have to do now is to let it boil for about 25 to 30 minutes, and after that it's done. Hi everybody, the chicken curry is ready and it smells delicious. So what I'm going to show you now, how do you recognize that the chicken is ready and it's all done? So if you look at the pot, the chicken flesh, part of it has already separated from the bone, as you can see, and when you touch it, it's rather soft to the touch. The potatoes are also cooked because when you, let's say, touch it with a spoon, it will break easily. I have put in 2 potatoes because the reason being that the potatoes will help to absorb all the oil from the curry, and also it gives a very nice taste to the curry. It also provides carbohydrates to the whole dish, and it blends very well with the onions and the chicken. So happy eating.